The one term that best describes today's video is psychopathic. That term is bandied about a lot when discussing influencers, but some of them actually appear to have no idea how many views is too much. Jack Doherty, the streamer we're discussing today, appears to have reached the conclusion that there is no limit, going to extraordinary lengths to test boundaries. In addition to putting his own life in jeopardy, he caused his cameraman to have a near-death experience, and then insisted that he keep recording despite his injuries and distress. In light of Jack's careless behavior, I would say psychopath is an appropriate descriptor. Despite the widespread interest in the newsworthy automobile accident, many have failed to see Jack's follow-up reaction, which was released less than 24 hours ago. He tells a flagrant falsehood about what happened in his response, but we're going to show him the film from his live broadcast to prove him wrong. As we'll see in today's analysis, YouTube has evolved into a platform where footage about crashing a $200,000 McLaren and almost killing both the cameraman and yourself can be found and used to attract viewers. Jack thinks his listeners are naive enough to accept his account of events, and sadly, he's obtaining the attention he desires. I find it particularly annoying because it is difficult to criticize his actions in this way without drawing further attention to him. Nonetheless, I believe it is critical to deal with it. So who is Jack Doherty? He's a 20-year-old YouTuber and former Kick streamer. Emphasis on former because he was banned from Kick after this incident. Right now, if you search his name, you'll see every news outlet reporting the headline, YouTuber crashes $200,000 McLaren sports car while live streaming. As bystanders swarm to Jack's aid following the accident, he clings desperately to his camera. His McLaren crashed into a railing, blocking traffic, and its remains are visible. In spite of everything going on, Jack's number one priority was retrieving his camera before asking his wounded cameraman, "You okay?" The vehicle is totally wrecked. The fact that Jack and his cameraman made it out alive is, frankly, miraculous. Seeing the front end of a car vanish like that without any fatalities is rather uncommon. Even more absurd is the fact that Jack turned this potentially fatal tragedy into yet another promotional opportunity by posting links to his OnlyFans and an online casino underneath the film. Puttish, isn't it? I will provide a more comprehensive statement later on today, Jack tweeted as a follow-up, adding, "I only want to express my immense gratitude that Michael and I are both alive, considering the tragedy had occurred 24 hours earlier. I deeply regret subjecting you to that, Michael. Everyone who assisted us or was a first responder has our deepest gratitude. A lot worse might have happened, and we've learned a lot from this."
That's a huge lesson. No more driving cars like this in the rain.
However, will Jack take this lesson to heart? Doubtful in my opinion. Rather than admit his blatant marketing of gambling and OnlyFans in the aftermath, he is already painting this as a terrible accident that he somehow survived. Nobody believed it, not even Twitter users. They hastily included a community remark highlighting Jack's reckless driving, phone use in rainy weather, and refusal to assist his wounded cameraman, among other things. Plus, you won't believe this. It's all captured on film. But not with his own camera, though. Why, I don't know. But right before it happens, you can see Jack adjusting his phone in low light. As he continues to lose control of the automobile, his speed continues to rise until he smashes into the railing. It's horrifying to think that their lives may have been taken just by a little change in timing. Let us be clear. Jack was not only an unfortunate victim, he was driving carelessly in the rain while live streaming, using his phone and speeding. You caused this accident entirely on your own. While accidents sometimes occur, this was far from a typical occurrence. Unpredictability begat irresponsibility, and Jack's subsequent behavior betrays his callousness for the people at danger. Michael, Jack's videographer, was left clearly shocked and bleeding from the head, which only made things worse. Instead of stopping to aid, Jack instructed him to continue recording, even though he required stitches. This is absolutely psychopathic conduct. It becomes much more unsettling from here. According to NBC News' investigation, this isn't even Jack's first car collision for content. To be more precise, it's a pattern. He had an off-road vehicle earlier this year and wrecked it 30 seconds after receiving it. Just before that, he almost broke his girlfriend's neck when he overturned a golf cart with her inside. Plus, he has caused accidents involving a police car and his Lamborghini twice. You have to wonder, is Jack intentionally crashing these cars now? The sheer volume of occurrences makes me suspect they aren't mere accidents, but rather staged actions meant to garner attention. My guess is that Jack Doherty has taken nothing whatsoever from this latest disaster. But instead of backing down, he's ramping up his risky behavior and feeding his channel with these occurrences. Unfortunately, influencers like Jack will continue pushing the bounds as long as people keep watching, even though YouTube would be a far better place without this sort of material. What is the saddest aspect of this entire situation? In an effort to change the story, Jack recently posted a video in which he says he wasn't even going that fast when the accident occurred. His stated speed was 42 miles per hour. The fact, though, is that Jack was driving faster than 70 miles per hour when he lost control, as shown when the clip is slowed down. This wasn't an innocent slip-up. Jack risked his own and his cameraman's lives as he floored it in the downpour, engrossed on his phone. We can't turn a blind eye to such carelessness. It's unsafe and reckless.